So let's look at two more examples of word problems involving rectangular prisms. And with this problem, I made a fort by connecting two boxes. Remember, a box is another word for rectangular prism. The first box has dimensions of 5 meters long, 9 meters wide, and 9 meters high. The second box is 3 meters long, 8 meters wide, and 2 meters high. So how many cubic meters of space does my fort have? So essentially, since the two boxes are connected, the volume of the fort would be the sum of the volume of the first box and the second box. So we can find the volume of each of these individually and then add them together. So let's start by finding the volume of, we can say, box 1. And remember the formula for the volume of a rectangular prism. We could say that V is just the length multiplied by the width multiplied by the height. So in this case, our length L is 5, our width W is 9, and our height H is also 9. So let's plug those in. We get 5 meters for our length multiplied by 9 meters for our width multiplied by 9 meters for our height. And notice we have meters times meters times meters, so we're going to get cubic meters. And 9 times 9, that's 81. And 81 times 5 is 405. So this is 405 cubic meters. And at this point, let's find the volume of the second box, or box 2. And for this one, let's label the length L is 3, the width W is 8, and H for height, that is 2. Plugging those in, we get 3 meters for our length, 8 meters for our width, and 2 meters for our height. So 3 times 8, that's 24, times 2 is 48. So this is 48 cubic meters. And at this point, let's find the volume of the fort. So volume of the fort, remember, we're just going to add these two together since they're connected. So that's essentially the volume of box 1 plus the volume of box 2, which is 405 cubic meters plus 48 cubic meters. So adding those together, let me do this up here. This is equal to, well, if we add 40, that's 445 plus 8 more, brings us to 453 cubic meters. So this is the volume of our fort, which was connected with two different boxes. And let's just look at one more problem where we'll need to find the volume of some rectangular prism in a word problem. So my mom built a new sandbox that is 3 meters long, 2 meters wide, and 1 meter high for my sister and me. Sand for the sandbox costs $4.50 per cubic meter. How much will it cost to completely fill the sandbox with sand? So the cost, notice, is per cubic meter. So we need to find the volume. We need to find how many cubic meters that the sandbox can actually hold. So the volume, remember, V, is just the length multiplied by the width multiplied by the height, where it looks like our length is 3 meters, our width is 2, and our height is 1 meter. So let's plug all those in. And once we find the volume of the sandbox, how many cubic meters it actually takes up, then we can figure out the cost. So it's 3 meters long. So that's our length multiplied by our width of 2 meters multiplied by our height of 1 meter. So 3 times 2 is 6, times 1 is still 6. And we have meters times meters times meters, which is cubic meters. So we found the volume of our sandbox, and we're told that for each cubic meter, it's $4.50. So this is a little bit of unit conversion. So to find the cost, we take our volume and we multiply it by our cost per volume, or per unit volume. So we take our 6 cubic meters and multiply it by $4.50 per cubic meter. So cubic meters goes on the bottom as well. Now notice that we get unit conversion here. So the cubic meters are going to cancel each other out so that we're just left with money. And at this point, we can just multiply straight across. So we have 6 times $4.50, or you can double this and multiply it by 3. So doubling this is $9, and 9 times 3 brings us to $27 and no change for this. So the total cost to fill this entire sandbox is $27.